So, Geoff, another typical Sheppey game, you could say, where we've come from behind and grinded out another victory.
Yeah, I mean, all credit to the lads in terms of their overall performance. Probably wasn't as good as they would have liked it to have been, but full credit to all the boys for keeping going. And that's not the first time that we've won a game in the last sort of 5 or 10 minutes because that like I've just said, they kept going and their fitness levels generally are pretty good. And I think we've had 2 or 3 games where that's kind of pulled them through.
I mean, looking back at our goals, first one, Dan Bradshaw, is that typical of how it should be? Just get the ball in the box and your man's going to be there?
Yeah, I think statistically, the more times you get a crossing and get that ball in the penalty area, the more chance you've got of getting a goal. And Dan Bradshaw thrives on that, really. Without that service, Dan's going to not get the amount of goals that you're going to want. So he's very reliable. Get it in that box and he'll get you a goal. And that's what happened today in the end.
What was you thinking when we had that spell where we was hitting the post, cleared off the line, goal line scrambles? Did you think it was ever going to go in?
No, when that happened, when that incident happened, because that was a good move that was down the right hand side. I think it involved Mams, Marshy, with some good passing, got in behind them, got a cross in. Then I think Marshy got in the box, he hit it first time, it got blocked. Then I think he hit the woodwork twice. When it didn't go in, at that point I thought, well, here we go, it's not going to be our day. But lucky enough, the lads stuck at it and, we got the winner in the end.
Do you think the introduction of the subs helped change the game?
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. I think the substitutes that came on, the 3 that we made, influenced the game. Geordie knocked a magnificent ball out from the middle of midfield out to the left of Gill to make the winner. But the overall contribution of Alfie and Marshy, I thought was really good. And they made a big difference when they came on.
I mean, obviously, Marshy, he's been here since he's 16. He's been here for about 4 years now. So is it now where he's really got to start getting them run the games and seeing where that can take him?
Yeah, why not? I mean, I always think, in football, like you just said, he's been around the club for a while. And if you're really committed and you put all the effort in that you require to play football at non-league, you normally reap the rewards of that. And it's really up to Marshy now because he influenced that game today. And if he's involved Tuesday, he needs to follow that up and then see where that takes him.
So, looking at the overall form, we're on a little bit of a run now after a bit of a disappointing December. You look into, and obviously we've got 2 games on grass now, a little bit different to playing at home. What's your thoughts ahead of the Croydon game?
Well, that'd be a difficult game up there. The previous games that myself and Ernie have been to, where we've took sides up there, we've come off the back of not a great game up there, where we've got beat and we haven't played very well. So it's a difficult place to go. The lads will really need to be on their game to get anything out of that up there. And when we play on a grass pitch, we don't really come out of it too well. But at this stage of the season, it's all going to be about mental and physical attitude, really. And the lads need to pull themselves together and make sure that we leave on Tuesday night with some sort of result.
One thing we did announce the other day was that Reece has signed a contract. How impressed have you been with Reece?
Yeah, very much so. I mean, the first time I saw Reece play was against Sheppey when he was on loan from Bromley at Beckenham, and he was up against Danny Leonard, who most people know in this league is a very good winger, and Reece done a great job with him on the night, and got forward as well. And he kind of stuck in my mind after that game. And in pre-season, prior to pre-season, I can remember talking to Ernie about him. We should track him down. And I think he went to Whitehawk at the start of the season, and for one reason or another, it didn't work out for him now. And we managed to pick him up, and I was delighted because I could see past one or two things that he needed to improve on, and if he could do that, we got a player, and he came in and he's improved game by game really, and at 20 years old, he's got it all to play for, and that's a really good signing for Sheppey United Football Club. And of course, from Reece's point of view, if he wants to push his football on, then he needs to settle somewhere and have a run of games. But it's very important that Reece continues to improve, and I think he will. And so I think for both parties, that's a good signing.
I mean, injuries have done us no favour. Obviously, Danny's been out, Jacob, Dan Carr, different timescales for when they're all going to come back. But it's given the opportunity for the likes of Alfie, Marshy, and even young Ethan. Young Ethan, 16 years old, he's been on the bench for the last 5-6 games. He's got Billericay, Eastbourne. Ultimately, that's going to be a good experience for him, isn't it?
Absolutely, of course. I mean, he's a defender, and the one thing he's shown, that there's loads of players that could take a leaf out of his book, because although he's only been 16, his attitude towards training, and when he's turned up for matches, and when he's come on for 2 or 3 minutes in a game, has been absolutely first class. And if he sticks at his football, that alone will assist him in non-league football. So fingers crossed for him that sooner or later, if he continues with that, he'll nail down a place, in the side.
Brilliant. Thanks, Geoff.
Okay, thank you.